Okay, stick cam portion of the what the fuck. That's what we'll call this. Yeah, it was a good night last night, and not the best night, not the worst night, somewhere in the middle. I wouldn't call it mediocre. I would just call it okay. Some good argument, some little brilliant moments. You know, a lot of whatever filler kind of conversation. Can't really remember what we talked about. Some free will conversation, some Thunderfail stuff, some what do people need to be talking about kind of conversation, which I think is a good thing, because really that's the game, is trying to get the social conversation to change, and there's no evidence that can happen, but I mean that's the only thing worth doing really, is that meme thing. So whether it comes to getting to grips with the reality of our economy and the failure of its foundation, which is debt, or life itself, and get to the core issue, which is this desire thing that keeps motivating us to accept any kind of bullshit circumstance. Sort of made the point to Remy last night. Alright, special what the fuck interruption. Yeah, I'm just going to interrupt the video because it's really a bad video, so if I put enough interruptions in it, it might make it passable. So when I do the amazing atheist portion of the what the fuck, he just posted a 21-minute video, which isn't that long, but it's long, compared to his like hour-long videos, but it seemed like 6 hours, because all they were saying was, oh man, that the G.I. Joe movie really sucked. Like, what was worse, the sucky parts or the shitty parts? Or the crappy parts? What do you think was worse? I was doing it with this Galen guy. It's funny how that Galen guy has some kind of effect on the amazing atheist. I mean, he just turns him into like some sort of little nerdy geek or something. I mean, he just turns into like a nice person or something. It's kind of funny. So yeah, I don't know if there's much else to say. It was just really not a good video. I mean, everybody should be able to figure out G.I. Joe is not a good movie concept, right? I mean, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it? I mean, could you possibly make a good G.I. Joe movie? I mean, the whole thing scares the fuck out of me. It's like the Cabbage Patch movie or something. I just know I'm not going to like that if they make it. But whatever. So, till the next interruption. In the room, and it's sort of, it's one of those things where you say it and you say, well, gee, why didn't I just say it that way before? If tomorrow there was a virus and it turned all human beings and gave all human beings elephant man disease, there'd be a certain percentage of the human race that would, they'd just kill themselves. They'd say, oh, fuck this, I'm not going to be the elephant man. But you probably figure the majority of the human race would just acclimate. They'd just say, okay, this is the way humans live. We'll just have public drooling cups. We'll have all kinds of mechanical device in our society to make sure we don't all snap our necks walking through the store or something, because our heads will be so gigantic and tumor-ridden. Whatever the thing is, we would just acclimate to it. And people would just keep having babies. Well, I had elephant man disease, it's okay. So I don't mind imposing it on my kids. And so consciousness would still be playing the game, and there'd be no recognition that the other human being that you're putting on the ride might not want to ride the ride, that his sensibilities might be higher or different than the social sensibilities you're expecting. So it's just like all these other cultures. People have kids, and they just have this expectation that their kids are going to turn out like them and think like them and want like them and interpret pain like them, do everything like them. And they're not. That's not the way reality works. We don't breed true, not philosophically, not our conditioning. And so it's just stupid to have an expectation that your child is going to be as able to cope as you are, or as willing to cope. It's probably a better way to put it. Oh, anyway, shit, this is what the fuck, and I'm yammering about philosophy. So anyway, the regulars were there. No panda guy, not that I saw anyway. And some people didn't say much. Paul Zito showed up. He camped for a while. He's always got pertinent 2 or 3 sentences. He's very good at putting things in a concise statement and saying, I'm sick of that shit. You know, he was actually a little pissed off. He saw some cop, you know, beating up an old lady video or something, and that had him kind of, you know, wanting to kick some social ass, society ass or whatever. I guess this is the next interruption. Might as well be. So anti-bullshit, man. They did do a response video to Remy on the, you know, subject of the heroin metaphor for life on Earth. You know, kind of basically just defending the argument that life is more about addiction than desire. I mean, we're just in the game, obsessed with the chase. You know, desire is what it's the gasoline that fuels living organisms. So it's really all there is. So I guess that's enough for Stickam. The atheist community again. Nobody's saying anything, and that's sort of the argument here. You know, all the big thunderbrain types are just talking real ABCs of science. They're not talking anything cutting edge. I don't even see these guys arguing about the implications of some quantum experiment in any kind of cutting way. They're completely non-controversial, and it's just lame. The DPR Jones guy has been like organizing some sort of blog, 24-hour blog TV where they're going to raise money for charity and all this crap, and it just looks like such a put-up event. It's just such a typical, look, we have to motivate people to recognize there's poor people in the world and they need your money now and then. Yeah, really. I mean, if you have to inform people of that reality and seduce them somehow to charitably contribute by doing some silly antics, you know, putting the lampshade on your head and whatever buffoonery they'll do for their 24-hour blog TV. I mean, it's just that we are the world kind of sham. You know, let's all these famous people get together and we'll sing a little song, and then we'll all feel good about ourselves that we all saved the world because we sang a song. I mean, it's just so bullshit. It's like somebody calling me on the phone, selling me magazine subscriptions because they'll give, you know, 14 cents, you know, to the March of Dimes or something if I buy a magazine. It's just, people are just self-serving. It's, they just want to have an event. They want an excuse to do something. To be, you know, whatever. Somebody. Whatever. So it's just so fucking lame. And these guys, they don't, like I said, this League of Reason. What's the point of being reasonable if you're not going to take it to its logical conclusions? I mean, yes, it's good that people don't have a bunch of completely fucktarded perceptions of the basic facts. But unless you're going to walk the rest of the logical staircase, unless you're going to take the whole truth and nothing but the truth, there's no point in fixing part of it. It's just kind of lame. And I've sort of made the point before. I mean, there's just no point in replacing God with phantasmagorical mush, some sort of presumption of purpose. Oh, this is a weird what the fuck. I'm really not. Well, yeah, it was a weird week though. Nobody made any fucking videos. I mean, I can't think of any off the top of my head. Yeah, they're just. You know, Matt is in San Francisco with Matt Fails now. Nothing implying nothing. They have separate rooms and all that stuff. It's just funny they're both living in the same building now. I mean, there's, you know, Tommy from the Bronx made a 6-hour video on why he likes to say fuck. It was really pointless. You know, I'll just keep going on and saying the same thing over and over again. I'll swear as much as I like, you fuckers. And fuck you if you think I shouldn't swear as much as I like. You know, I don't know. Just seemed, I mean, insincere swearing is as stupid as, you know, whatever, dogmatic or, you know, childish prohibitions against swearness. Swearness? Well, whatever. You get my point. Well, whether you get it or not doesn't really matter. Oh, I didn't even, like, do a camera angle. So what the fuck, and I didn't even camera angle. Shit. I am failing a little. Karina did her weekly video, but it wasn't really technically one of her weekly videos because she's got, life issues she has to deal with. So she really couldn't put in the time, didn't have the atmospheres for it. So she basically did a, support video for the, whatever, boring English guys, in their league of their own nerditude. But whatever. So, I mean, it was still a good video. I mean, even her shitty videos are good videos. But, yeah, it wasn't really much of anything. So, that's it. This is the spot I stop at, and I turn towards the sun that isn't really out, and say some sort of jabber, and then I go away. So, maybe there'll be video after this. Maybe there'll be video before this. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. It's kind of a lame what the fuck.